Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going play action. Going deep right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead right away. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats here, Brock. While they're waiting in line, got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
And I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooted for the explosive touchdown.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Airing it out to start this drive. He's got it over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And he has this all the way down to the 23. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Pass play on 1st and 10. And he can't escape. They drop him to the turf. Got a flag down, though, from early indications. I think this might be on the offense. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Caught near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Garindo again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They send a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, they'll run. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers break the tie here in the 1st. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Brings in the kick at the 9. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Completed left side to Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to the air here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 29. Short pass brought in. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit... We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. That is Lewis Seen. And the Eagles, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Setting up a throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now he'll throw off the play fake. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again.
There is no way that's happening. That's crap. Oh my God, dude. Wow.
And gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back.
God darn, man. I can't stop throwing interceptions.
Between these two defenses, you picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Josh Sweat making the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's a throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt, and the Eagles will take possession. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brought down by Fred Warner. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the 49ers will go on offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They'll throw to begin this drive. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. From midfield now. He's got a man left. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, ball at the 36. A quick throw completed out to the left. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. Now a give to Garindo, running left. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one. Softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. He has the San Francisco touchdown.
That's my best corner. I don't understand that, dude.
Certainly enough
He
to make a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half.
Over the top.
What else might he accomplish before we're done here? Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He'll begin his return from the 11. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He's dropping back to throw. He's got Smith. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles at a deficit. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hand off to the back. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Fred Warner. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Near the sideline at the 30, still going. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hits him on the out route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Trying the right side. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jukes one defender. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Wow, dude. Bullshit, dude. Unbelievable. God almighty, why did they keep undercutting and my guys don't move at all?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Stop throwing picks.
Now a give to Garindo. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, San Francisco. As he naps another touchdown, Brock, I got to ask you, the former QB, is this a point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have 1 touchdown today are coming over you and saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kate. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence and the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially. And they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Pass play coming here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the 49ers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a give running right. And he's got this down to the 40. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
On now comes their punter. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And they get to this one inside the 10. Looks like they stopped it right at the 9-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Has it downfield working the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the 49ers. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Hauled in by Garindo. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll try and throw it here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And that makes it 3rd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. And they pick him off again. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That pick-6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set. 1st and 10. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
So we're through 3 here. It's Eagles football, and they'll look for points here, but might be too little too late in a lopsided 4th quarter. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking for a throw here. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Plowing up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Right up the gut. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Sideline throws reeled in by Likely. And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps in at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing from the gun. And he's got it for the touchdown, but while they celebrate, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock, in the neighborhood we usually see holding. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up second and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Garindo again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go. They'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Garindo running between the tackles. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Gets them those 3 yards back, but it brings up 3rd and 10 now. Back to throw now. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a 49er first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st and 10 from the 41. On the give, it's Garindo. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Garindo. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. 49ers nearing their 2nd win of the campaign. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. And he's going to take a knee.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
And great special teams execution on that punt. It's inside the 10, reaches the 8. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a person in this stadium didn't start tensing up the way I did up in the booth. You could feel that goal line coming, right? Pressure right in his face. Nearly turns into a couple points now. Well, now you got to be so careful. No breathing room for the next snap.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Philadelphia.
On this drive.
Can't keep up with their attack offense.
Keep pushing the rock down the field. Let's do this.